Hello and welcome to Micah Manages It, the Micah Makes It podcast. This is a podcast where we will talk about questions you may have on the Christian faith, and also about how on my channel, and maybe interview some cast from some videos and talk about that video we made. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Now let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to Micah Manages It, the Micah Makes It podcast. I'm your host, Micah. That was a lot of Micahs in a row, but you know what? We're gonna roll with it. So today we will be talking about merch. Yes, merchandise, merchy, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I don't know why I said merchy. But we're going to be talking about how I got into the merch business and also why no one buys it. Anyway, so, by the way, we will have trivia this time. We actually will have trivia this time. So, make sure you're listening for that. Let's start with how I started, because you kind of have to start where I started. So the year was 1949. That would have sounded so much cooler if it was like actually cool. I am recording in my bedroom, so if you hear some outside noises, I'm sorry. Hopefully you shouldn't with this mic, but if you do, I'm sorry. So I got into the merch business. Let's see. There was the video where I'd always wanted to make merchandise. And then I saw a video on how to make your own. And so I was like, ooh, I could make my own merch for myself. And, well, that's when I made the video. I made my, own merchandise. I may have deleted it because, it was a competition. But, no one got it. I don't know. I may have deleted it. But it was a video of me holding, it was like a black background, and I was holding up a shirt with a question mark. I think it got deleted. Yeah, I think it did. But it was just because I couldn't keep that on, because people may think, oh, there's another competition, or there's a way to get merch, but the competition might already be over. So anyway, I made that for myself, and I got it, and I didn't really feel comfortable with it. The way the logo went on was just not the best way in the world, but it was still okay. So I decided to do a giveaway with it, and I don't think anyone commented because they couldn't comment, but I did that, and it ended up being one of my friends, so I took it to him. That was another thing I was worried about, is how to get it to the people. Do I ship it? That costs money. I'm broke. So that was weird, and I started looking at online companies that made merch. Problem was, it was $20 a shirt. I was like, I don't have that much. Oh, before I get into that, two people at my church wanted merch, and I was like, okay, because they're my friends, and I didn't want to let them down. So I started figuring out how to make merch. And I went on online websites, and I was only thinking about them making it and shipping it to me. That's the only idea I had in my mind. So I kept, I kept striving, and trying. I kept looking at every single company available. They were trying to text me websites that they'd found that had good merch for cheap, and it just did not work at all. Finally, I was like, you know what? This is starting to get very, very annoying. I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this. I really wanted to be able to make this for them, but I just couldn't find anywhere that was affordable. Finally, I was looking, trying to search it up, and I saw Amazon as a link, and I was like, okay. And apparently you can design shirts on there. And I was like, oh, I found one, $5 a shirt. I was like, that is not bad at all. So I made 2 shirts, just said Micah Makes It. They're not for sale or anything. And just 2 shirts. It was $20 total, because $5 shipping for each. And so it was $20. And I was like, yeah, not bad. I could do this and get people to pay me. But I couldn't ship, so I was worried about that. Then I remembered, I love watching Luke Davidson. He's one of my favorite content creators on YouTube. And so I was I had looked at his merch before, and I was like, huh, that's interesting. And I looked at the company he used called CrowdMade, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Even though it's based in Canada, it's still awesome. And I was like, I looked into it, but I was like, nah, this probably ain't gonna work. So finally, I was at home because I homeschool, and let's see, I asked my mom. I was like, can you help me sign in? Like, what's your information? Blah blah blah. And I signed in. I was like, oh, okay. And then I figured out I didn't have to pay for anything at all. That was amazing. But I also figured out prices were kind of high. So it was very cool. I was like, I don't know what to do. I tried to like download a picture, but it said like I needed DPI or something. I don't know what that was. I didn't know what that was. I do now. It said like I needed like a required DPI of 150 something. So I had no idea what that meant. So I just said, okay, I'll just put text on. And just like that, the first 2 Micah Makes It merch items were added. The Micah Makes It t-shirt, official t-shirt, I felt like I had to add that. And it used to say unisex, but I just changed that. I mean, people would already know that that's what it was. I just want to clarify, all items on there are unisex. There is nothing on there that is just for boys or girls. So anyone could buy it. I just want to point that out. So I made those 2, and then it was like so fun to make it. So the next day I made 2 more. I made like the tank top and the long sleeve t-shirt, and I had about 0 sales total. I had 1 sale. It was like my friend's grandpa, and yeah, that was it was kind of like weird, but he liked it. He goes to church with me, and so he told me how much he liked it and everything. But I was glad I had actually gotten sale, and the prices were so expensive to start off with. Well, not so expensive, but kind of expensive. And I was like, no one's gonna want to buy merch from a small channel if it's like $40 total. So I decided to only make $2 off the product. I was sacrificing money for promotion and promoting those items. So I tried to do that, and it was okay. I mean, actually, people at my church, I forgot about that. People at my church wanted to get some, so I didn't make them pay for it. Sorry. If you order samples on it, it gives you a discount of however much you want to make on it. So if it was like $30, it'd be $28 because I made $2 off the product. So I would let them order samples, but like I would pay for it. They just give me the money, and so I would make 0 money off of that. CrowdMade would just make the money. So, but by the way, Jude, there should be a short coming out later. He got a Jude shirt, so hopefully y'all can see that. He may post it on his channel just here. I don't know, maybe. But he got one of those, and I figured, wow, he liked it. But sorry, I kind of skipped ahead a little bit. That was like a few like weeks ago. So I started in April. April 4th was the day I started creating, I believe. Yes. And so I made those 4, and I was like, yeah, I just left it like that. I almost forgot about my merch. Like, I did the video, Do I Merch? It's like my channel trailer. If you haven't subscribed, you just see that. But I wanted to expand. I felt like 4 products was a lot. And I was like, even though Luke Davidson only has 3 products total, hoodie, t-shirt, hat. That's it. And so I was like, oh, I wonder if I can make a hat. And I go, and it's not one of the things you can make on demand. You have to email, blah, blah, blah. You have to email them, send them designs. They'll send you designs. It didn't look like fun. So I just stuck with the ones that were on demand. It's t-shirts, hoodies, tank top, v-necks. I have not made any v-necks yet, and I do not plan to, unless someone for some reason really wants it. Long sleeve t-shirts, youth items, tote bags. I think I got them all. Hopefully. So I just stuck with those, and it was just clothing that you could wear. And then, so finally I started to get a little more creative. Well, not that creative. I made the, not that much longer, I made the Micah Makes It youth sweatshirt. Sorry, official youth sweatshirt. I made that, and then I had 5 products. Maybe a few days later, maybe a week later, I don't know. It could have been longer. I made the tote bag, which is like the exact same design as both the hoodie and the sweatshirts. No, not hoodie. The hoodie, yeah, just the hoodies. And by the way, I'm sorry, I did not know what the size things were, so that's why you can only order a Micah Makes It official hoodie in small, medium, or large, and a t-shirt in extra small, small, medium, or large. I didn't know that I should just probably not touch those, so that way everyone can buy it. So if you want to get a hoodie, go for the Evan or the Micah Manages It hoodie. By the way, I am not wearing a Micah Manages shirt because I'm broke. Yeah, they don't send you free samples at CrowdMade. That's nice. Anyway, so I did that, and I was kind of excited about it. Pretty cool how I had made merch, and I'm still kind of pumped about it still now. But then I decided to expand. I made the tote bag. I think I already said that. Yeah, I made the youth hoodie, and then I made the tote bag. And I kind of stuck with that. Then I figured out what DPI was. I believe that's the next product. I can check. After the tote bag, I made the Micah Manages It official t-shirt. I figured out how to do that. I figured out how to, I found this app that will make you do it, increase the DPI of an image, which basically means like the quality of the image. They need it higher than 150. By the way, the app is called Clideo, CLIDEO.com. If you want to check it out, that's what I used. It's free. I didn't have to sign in or anything. So I did that, and it was nice, and I was like, yes, I can finally make that. So then it just kind of exploded. I was like, okay, what other pictures could I put on here to make good t-shirts? And so I made the Micah Manages It hoodie. Sorry about the price. And then I went on to the Jude shirt. I might have gone a little overboard with that, but you know what? He bought it. Jude likes it. As long as he likes it. Then I went back to Classic and made the Micah Makes It official Jack Youth t-shirt for $16.84. It's his quote from his video Tree Kill Yay. If you don't know what it is, please don't check it out. It's kind of cringy. But I mean, if you can if you want to. Just search Tree Kill Yay on the search part of my channel. It should be the first thing that pops up. So yeah, I made that, and then I made an adult size in that shirt, and I made a Micah shirt, but it was like a image that said Micah, and so it was weird. There was like a white box around the words, and so I changed it to make it simpler, and now I just use the text feature in CrowdMade. By the way, if you want to use CrowdMade, it's free to sign up, and you can create your own merch and make links. Download links, copy links, whatever you want to call it, and post it wherever your business is. If that's YouTube, which is what mine is, you can copy it, and I put it in the About section of my channel. Also, check out the Micah Makes It GoFundMe, because if you may have seen the video, I need some help. I'm trying to get a pet, and I need some money, so yeah. Or get us to 1,000 subscribers, yeah. I thought you could single-handedly do that, because we're such a small channel, but you know what, it's good. So I made the Micah shirt. I made the Evan hoodie. I made the Evan hoodie before the football shirt, but I had to, since Evan was the same with the shirt where it had like that white box around it, I went back to change it. But before I changed that, I made the football shirt about our guests that came in the football video. So I kind of left the pictures because they wouldn't let me make them that big because it said it affect the print quality or something. So yeah, I made the Garrick and Wyatt shirt, and then the Micah Makes It official Evan hoodie. Then I made the Micah Makes It sweatshirt. 32-ounce tumbler, that is a story to tell. So I was finally like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of just doing all the same thing. It's just either shirts or hoodies, like everyone knows. So I finally got the courage to, worked up the courage to email the people at CrowdMade, and I said, hi, could I make a hat? And they said, unfortunately, you need a couple $1,000s in historical sales before you can make that, which meant I'd had to have made at least like a few $1,000s before they could do that because of the embroidery. I guess it's like more expensive. So that downfired. So I tried another thing. I was like, well, would that be required for the tumbler? They're like, nope, that wouldn't be required. So I sent him the design. He sent me a picture. He put it on after a while. And yeah, and it's $37. You might have seen the post in my community section. I said I'm so sorry about that. I cannot help it. With the starting price for it was $35. Yeah. So then I made the Micah Makes It official YouTube front and back t-shirt. That's actually a pretty good shirt. I like this one. How it says I only watch Micah Makes It on the back. So I made 6 colors of these. We have brown, green, orange, red, blue, and white. So, and finally, the last one we have on here. This may change later because I may want to make more, but the last one is the youth football t-shirt, and it's got the tiny little logo because that's as big as CrowdMade would let me make it. So I put it like in a pocket position, so kind of cool. But that's gonna wrap up the podcast on merch. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to make your own merch, go to crowdmade.com, sign up, blah blah blah, do all that stuff, and yeah, just do that. So now we are going to do the quiz. I know we need to get a better ringtone. I just am too lazy to find one. So the first question, let's see. What video was deleted on my channel about merch? The answer was, drumroll please, the merch challenge-y thing. The merch video that said, like, it's like, am I giving away merch or something like that? I don't even remember. So if you said something like that, good job. Second question, how many people how many people at my church did I look for forever to make a merch for them? What was the number of people? It's a multiple question. It's 1, 2, or 3. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer was 2. 2 people at my church wanted merch. Oh, that could be 2 people at my church wanted church. 2 people at my church wanted merch, and so I spent forever trying to find it and finally got it off Amazon. And finally, last but not least, how much money do I make off of each of my products? The answer is, final drum roll please, $2, except for the front and back shirt. I make $3 off an 2 times extra large shirt, but that's just it. So I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss another video, short, or podcast. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Hello everyone, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Micah Manages It podcast. If you did enjoy, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss another podcast, as well as video or short, and we will see you in the next one. Thank you. Goodbye.